So let's just focus on week 22. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. And so I am just popping in so I can give an update on week 22. So I took my Zepbound injection on August the 1st. And so for this week, this is some of the things that, I decided to put in my planner that I use when, just keeping me motivated as I'm going through this journey. So for this week, I found this sticker that said, "Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can," by author Ash. So I thought that resonated with me at this point in my life, especially since I'm getting some movement in, changing my lifestyle, things I wasn't able to do in the past that I'm able to do now. I feel like this was good, starting the month of August, pushing through. So I decided the word of the week for me was determined. I was going to be determined to make sure I continue to thrive in everything that I have been building thus far, which is consistent with walking 5 days a week, 30 minutes, consistent with extra, no, I was about to say doing my strength training with my resistance band, but I actually will be starting that this month. So look for my goals for the month of August. So basically walking the 30 minutes 5 days a week, making sure that I try to incorporate at least 2 days of walking in the morning before I start work. So I'm building on that and continuing to build, so that I'm determined to make sure I accomplish that going forward. So I just felt like that was a good word of the week for me. So as far as Monday, I was able to get my walk in, everything, as normal, as well as continuing with the appetite suppression. And if you've been watching my videos, you would see from when I started the 5 milligrams, I would say probably a good 2.5 weeks, or maybe 3 into it, the medicine finally started to just, be in my body, my system. So I wouldn't look at it so much as it's appetite suppression, but it's not to where I don't want to eat. So I always use the words content. I am content every day. I'm still getting in my calories that I need to get in to make sure that I'm getting nutrients in my body. So it's not to a point to where I don't feel like I want to eat. So that's a plus for me right now while I'm on this 5 milligrams. And so Tuesday, I was able to get my morning walk in. Wednesday, I found this sticker and I thought it was good. I would not compare myself to strangers on the internet. And what I noticed I'm seeing a lot is a lot of people are doing comparing their journey to others. And we all have to realize our journey is our journey. And what we can or cannot do, that's fine. Just do what you can. You may not lose this amount of weight as somebody else you may have saw, or what the case may be. It's fine. That's your body. That's the way your body is going to be as you're doing your health journey. Whether you're not on a GLP-1, you're just, trying to lose weight, trying to get healthy, whatever it is, don't compare. So on Wednesday, I was extremely tired. I was doing something different outside of my normal job this week. So I was drained. But I was able to still get my walk in. I didn't do it that morning, but I got my 30 minutes in because I just was exhausted. And instead of not doing it and putting it off for another day, I decided go ahead and do it, get it on out the way. So that was a plus as well. So then I picked back up on Thursday doing my morning walk. So that was good. And then on Friday, I did post a short on my weekly weigh-in. So on Friday I did weigh in, and I weighed in at 175.7. so that is how week 22 was. Now, some of the victories I wanted to point out is that I'm continuing to do my daily walks during my work day, continuing to walk in the mornings. I was able to get in 80 ounces of water. I have 3 times a week, but it should be 4 times a week. And so I'm thinking, now that I done resolved, my body has resolved that GI stuff that was going on with me, I think I'm starting to build back up to being able to get that 80 ounces in. So that is something I'm definitely going to still focus on, because I don't want to say master it, but I actually haven't accomplished getting the 80 ounces in Monday through Friday, because that was my goal, was to get that 80 ounces in during the work week. The weekend is pretty good because, you know, you're resting, you can enjoy your day, whatnot. So, but I found it to be a small victory. I was able to get that in 4 days a week. And the biggest victory for me is I was able to do some shopping. I was able to go out and actually purchase a couple of items in a store. I haven't done that in over 5 years. I have that video out there. I'll link it at the end of the video if you haven't, at the end of this video if you haven't seen it. And so that was the biggest victory for me, is because all this time I've been purchasing clothes online due to the back problems that I've been experiencing. I limited myself to just shopping online. And so of course with that, you don't know what size to buy, because people, you know, cut their clothes different, so you don't know. So that was the biggest victory for me, is that I was able to do that, and I'm excited. So I will I did take my shot on Friday, of course, which will begin week 23, to see how I progress with what's going on. But so far this week was a great week. I accomplished a lot, and I'm continuing to accomplish, and I am satisfied with how this week went. And so that is basically it. So yes. So guys, I just want to thank you all for tuning in to my channel, supporting me in whatever way that you are supporting me as I embark on this health journey. So just keep in mind, please remember to like the video, comment below, let me know how you're doing on your journey, whatever journey you're on, and also subscribe to the channel. So thanks.